Hello and welcome everyone to our sixth episode of ABAP Development on SAP BTP platform. So in our earlier episode, what we discussed how we are going to subscribe to our ABAP environment on SAP BTP platform, and then we also subscribed the ABAP environment, and then we added the ABAP environment via the Eclipse tool. Correct? So let's open our Eclipse. There is our package. Okay, it has got logged out. Let me just reopen it. Again, every time when we are going for opening it, it will take us to the login and we are supposed to log into the system so that it can be connected via our SAP BTP platform. So I am going to log in via my Gmail to my BTP account, then my password needed for it. It will ensure that ADT has been logged on. Just wait for a couple of seconds. Yeah, we have been successfully logged on. Let's jump back to our Eclipse tool. So understand the situation here. If you check released object, you can check all the list of released object here in the extended cloud environment and using cloud environment given by SAP itself. Each and every released object we can check for data services. If I check the data definition, 203 data definition we have here, right? So we are going to find out each and everything. Eventually we shall be using them based on our requirement. Meanwhile, let me just close it. Check the dictionary. I will check if there is certain table available or not. I will check my tables. So 5 tables. Again, these are some tables created by some other users, so no need for it. We will go for the packages, right? Let's go and open the package. The moment you will open the package, you see there is a package called Z local. Very, very important. So how will development be done on SAP BTP platform? ABAP development I should go, otherwise it will include other kind of development as well. So here in this ABAP shared environment, ABAP shared environment, SAP has given us what SAP has done in this ABAP shared environment. SAP has given us a global package, a standard package called Z local. Inside this package and within this package, every sort of development is going to be done. Within this local package, Z local, every sort of development will be done. We will be creating our packages here. So we will be creating our packages. And we will do all sort of implementation into the corresponding package. Okay. So if you check here, you can see 90,673 packages are inside this. So many packages are already there. We will also create our one. So let me just let it be loading. I will go for new and I will go for my ABAP package. And here I am going to create a package for us. So zamrit underscore xx BTP ABAP development. So our BTP ABAP development is going to be there. So ABAP development, and I will go for next. You can see here by default it is my default super package. Inside it we are creating our package. I will also mark it as a favorite, and we will go for the next. The moment you see record changes are not possible in this right now in the trial environment, no need for it. Every sort of development we can do without any transport request as well. No change recording enabled for the package. So we will go and finish it. And the moment we will finish it, we have our package available. Inside it, we can simply do all our development. So what is this package? Package is just like a container. Package is a container where all our objects will be stored. Where all our object will be stored. Okay. Then few important points are mandatory till it is loading. Let's wait for it, and we shall understand few important points. In the SAP system, there is data types and then there is data objects. Again, I told you earlier, this particular course I am designing completely from scratch. So whether you are experienced person, whether you are a fresher, whether you are from any other development, no problem, you can still learn it. So data objects. What is the data type? Data type defines the type of the object. It defines the types of the object, like length and characteristics. That is whether it is a character, string, numeric. So in character, string, numeric, what is going on? Numeric, integer, etc. Okay. So characteristics. Using the data types, we create the data objects. So data objects are the one which takes a space. This is where our runtime data is stored. So using the data types, data objects are defined, and we can store our values inside the data objects. Okay. They take the space in the memory. These are the types, so they do not take the space in the memory. Any space in the memory. Let me check. Our package is ready. So let's go and close it. There is my package. Right now, sorry, not zlocal. I'm opening this one. There is nothing. We have not created anything. That's why it is showing 0 here. Glocal is a standard package given by SAP where all sort of development is being done, and you can see total 90,679 packages are already created by other users because it is a shared environment and it will be shared among all, right? So that is the one. Data types and data objects. Another important thing, how is development done here? So another important point you need to understand, unlike our traditional ABAP programming, there is no SAP GUI available inside the ABAP On-Cloud system. Since it is not available, so we cannot create a ABAP program from ABAP editor here, just like we do we do in AC38 on our SAP GUI in on-premise system. So this you must keep in your mind while doing any sort of things, that unlike our traditional ABAP programming, there is no SAP GUI available inside the ABAP On-Cloud system. Since there is no GUI based thing, we cannot create a ABAP program from the ABAP editor, just like we do in normal on-premise system. So how will programs and data models will be defined here? How is development done then? How is development done? So we have two options mainly here. First one is data modeling, and the second one is ABAP classes. These are the two major ways of development. All sort of output is going to be checked by the ABAP classes only. Yes, ABAP classes. ABAP classes will be there, and data modeling will be there. We are going to cover each and every stuff here. We'll do the practice of each and everything on our ABAP on cloud system. How interesting it is going to be, right? So data modeling here, we have virtual data models which we can create, which we can create on top of our tables. These are called CDS. This is a very detailed thing which we are going to cover in our upcoming period of time. We will see all those things. And using the CDS, what SAP has done, SAP came with a new programming model in ABAP on cloud system. ABAP on cloud system on top of CDS entities, which they called RESTful application programming model for developing theory based applications using ABAP programming. So we are going to see that part in the upcoming time. Meanwhile, in this one, you are required to follow it. So we will see that in the upcoming period of time. First of all, we will go to the classes. So how does a class is going to work here? In ABAP, what is a class? So let's understand some feature of object-oriented programming to explain this concept in detail. So I will give a better heading: object-oriented ABAP in ABAP on cloud system. Object-oriented ABAP in ABAP on cloud system, that is our SAP BTP. See how pure the sense of development is going to be there. No SAP GUI, completely new things, completely interesting, and this is the future of ABAP development. Object-oriented ABAP in ABAP on cloud system. So just like any object-oriented programming is always, I should say, object-oriented programming is always dependent on mainly two things. First one is class, and second one is object. So here we will see this in detail. Meanwhile, we will see first how we are going to execute the things. So in SAP system, we will have a class definition section where we will define the define the properties of the class, and we will have a class implementation section where we will define the implementation of the class definition and class implementation, class definition, and then we will have a class implementation here. Class definition, you will be defining the properties. So properties and methods, we will see each and everything in detail in the upcoming time in the ABAP on cloud system. And in the class implementation, you are going to write the logic. Yeah. So for testing our application, so for testing the classes, SAP has given us one interface, which is if object oriented ADT class run interface, which has a by default, what you are going to see here, which has a by default main method inside it, which is going to be automatically executed first. That's how program is created inside the ABAP system. So again, so much things are there, we can't cover each and everything. So we will go step by step, which has got a main method. I will start. Again, in SAP system, all the development will start with Z only, all the programs. So all the naming convention in SAP system always start with Z or Y. To specify, it is a custom object created by developer, not by SAP object. Okay, so we can just keep it at a different place. Here I'm keeping it, right? So we can now just simply check it, our Eclipse tool. I will go to here, right click on it. I am going for a new, and I'm going for ABAP class here. My first name is Z. You can just see here the same name I'm going to give. Z first. ABAP on cloud class. I will give the description. ABAP on cloud class. And for executing this class, we are required to use this particular interface, if object oriented ADT class run. So we can simply add it from here. You can go and search it. If object oriented ADT class run. You check this interface. You go for the next. And you go for the finish. There you see we have got our classes and we have got our class implementation. Don't need to worry, each and everything I will explain in detail. each and every properties of the object oriented programming we will discuss using ABAP on cloud system. Then we will discuss the data modeling in our ABAP on cloud system. So meanwhile, inside the main method, so for displaying output, we have a out object, and this out object has got one write method which will be used to display output in the ABAP on cloud system. ABAP on cloud system. And the same you guys are also going to use. I'll just use it here. Go to Eclipse. Inside the main method, I'll write my very first program here. So write statement. See, the typical write statement will not work. I'm going for out. My write statement. Open this one. And inside the data section, I'm going to write my very first text here. Hello. Hello. Welcome to ABAP on cloud development. This is a string text I am just writing. Yeah. Again, no need to worry. Don't be confused of each and everything we shall cover. Just right click on this Eclipse tool. Go for the activate button. Object will be activated. And then we can simply right click and you can go for run as ABAP application console. Click on it and check the magic. Hello, welcome to ABAP on cloud development. My very first program has been written and now we are a successfully ABAP on cloud developers. We have entered our journey where we can learn the process directly on our BTP ABAP environment. No need to purchase any server from anywhere. You can just do the practice and follow the steps that you are learning in this one. So please do not forget to subscribe our channel, like the video and share it to your loved ones, whoever want to learn this BTP ABAP development, whoever want to learn this new data modeling, whoever want to learn the RESTful application programming model, everything we are gonna cover it here. Okay. So thank you. We'll see you in the next session. Till then, enjoy learning.